So our next speaker is Nick from MUUME.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Nick Mirza. I'm sales manager at MUUME. MUUME is a mobile payment system. It's a cloud-based mobile payment system, so it's got a front end, mobile application, and a back end where the wallet is. So we have a wallet, and around the wallet we provide lots of services that are useful for the consumer. So we don't just provide the payment side, but also we provide services before the payment is made. So when you're looking for a product, when you're shopping, when you order a product, and then when you pay, of course, and then after you paid, you can see what you've bought, the receipts. You can make recommendations. So it's really more than just a payment system. It's more than just a credit card or a payment card on a phone stuck together, which is maybe a little bit what the competitors are doing. But we also are more social, so we're involved in the social aspect before the payment is made, when the payment is made, of course, and then after the payment is made. So it's really social. It's useful. It's real benefit to the consumer. So they get something out of it, and it really helps them in their day-to-day life, so that it makes their life easier, maybe. So that's MUUME. A little bit about the people. It started by two guys in Switzerland as well. A guy called Markus Samek. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's been involved in telecoms, mobile applications, e-commerce in Switzerland and in Germany. He's sold a lot of them to onto corporates, so he's a successful serial entrepreneur. Daniel Gradenegger, he's also been working in technology, and he's been involved in startups in finance, and based in Switzerland with resources in Eastern Europe as well. So we've got a really strong R&D, and we built a really strong platform. So that's a little bit about MUUME and now the people, and then to tell you about some of the features. So a simple use case could be some people at lunchtime decide to go to a self-service restaurant, long queue to pay for the goods. So let's say that the guy who's got the MUUME application and it's a MUUME restaurant, he can scan the goods. So as they go through picking up the meal or the drink, you scan the barcode. So you register the goods that you're buying. They don't have to go in the queue. By scanning it and then paying, it's registered at the till, and the guys can just, or the people can just go and sit down and eat their food. And then, of course, comes the question of maybe sharing out the bill, because he doesn't want to pay for it all. He's not paying for it on the company, so he can then send payment requests to them like a peer-to-peer. And if they don't have MUUME, then they know how much they owe him, and then they can also then download MUUME and get their own application running. So they can so that the application spreads that way. We also supply MPOS terminals. So that's a very easy use case. We're also looking at other use cases, such as ordering a taxi. So you can go into the application and then order a taxi. It's a similar easy way to integrate that as well. So that's a really simple way that MUUME might work. Then, of course, the consumer has to have a benefit, but also the merchant has to have a benefit. So some of the one of the things that the merchant could do is, of course, get lower prices for acquiring, but also they can register the goods that they're selling, so sort of linking the barcode to the goods themselves. And so that really enables them to build up, especially for small or medium-sized merchants, they can build a database of their goods if they don't already have one, or they can link it straight to MUUME. So they can basically get their inventory under control if they don't have that database. But also what they're interested in is the relationship with the consumer. So they can, using MUUME, when customers pay with MUUME, then the merchant actually will get to know what that consumer is buying and when they're buying it and how much they're paying, so that they can build a social relationship with them and build a database, and they get to know what they like. You can get to know your consumer a little bit better. So basically, yeah, you can both cut your costs and also increase your revenues. Within the application, he can build his own shop and sell goods online. So we were kind of just really blurring the lines between the digital world and the high street. So really, the consumer doesn't have to go into the shop to buy or to look. He can kind of just buy at the point of emotion. So when he feels like he can go into the shop, put it into his basket, or pay for it, or just order it online, pick it up later, or have it delivered to their house. We also have an API for online shops, so we would love online shops to have a little icon there for MUUME as well. So anyone shopping in any other online shop can click on MUUME, scan the barcode, and then basically buy the goods. That we hope will be useful for maybe smaller web shops where, you know, people don't like to register and put their credit card details in. So, because we've already done that on the onboarding process for the consumers. So basically any website, click on MUUME to buy the goods and pay for it and have it delivered to your house. And the merchant can also build his own loyalty programs. Build his own loyalty programs through MUUME or use APIs. And so there's obviously lots of opportunity for the consumer also to basically get really put together all their loyalty points and vouchers onto MUUME as well. Thank you.
Okay, great. Do we have any questions, Nick?
You said that the merchant would need a terminal to integrate the MUUME system. So at the point of sale in a supermarket or wherever, you would have one further terminal.
Yep.
We're
more or less targeting small to medium-sized merchants. I don't think, you know, Co-op will jump on board and switch out and start integrating MUUME terminal. Love them to, but
we were facing the same problem, and I was talking to all these service providers, terminal providers, and so on. So I know how hard it is to get into these systems, and we found a way around. That's why I was asking how you would do it.
Yeah, there's always ways. We have APIs to integrate, of course, but I think by targeting small to medium size, because they can benefit really beautifully from the shop, from the ready-made loyalty programs that we have. Of course, you can integrate anything you like, but there's a really good, nice proposition for them.
Hi, I don't find this product very legible. It seems to be kind of half dashboard, half digital wallet, half e-commerce solution. So I'm trying to understand really what your kind of key point of clarification is to consumers. What's your strap line? Because the Jessica knows how to control her money. Strap line to me, if I put my consumer hat on, that's not very clear. I don't really understand what the product is or does. So how would you kind of succinctly communicate the central selling point of the product?
Yeah, we're a wallet, we're a payment provider, but it's convenience for the consumer that we provide the shopping experience, the payment, and then as well afterwards they have their history, the receipts, so they have everything together. They have all their payment cards together, they have all their loyalty cards together.
But as a consumer, what problem are you solving for me? Why would I initially pick this up and think, hey, wow, this is a solution to problem X? What is X?
There's two benefits. Everyone wants to get. They want to get lower costs. They want to pay less. So it's a digital platform. Our transaction costs are lowest in industry. So that enables the merchants to give more benefits back to the consumer, so that the merchant can offer lower prices. so that the consumer can get lower prices. I think they can feel that that's what we're about, getting the consumer lower prices, but also that they can buy things when they feel like, so that a point of emotion.
So from a consumer's point of view, what I'm receiving in terms of the kind of like transaction I'm making with you, with the company, right, is something like a bit like a universal Tesco club card, where I get, you know, some element of discount and some element of visibility and management, but obviously it's a multi-store version thereof. So even though your offer is quite different from a Tesco club card, it kind of feels a little bit like that to use. Is that right?
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't compare us. It's an open system. But I think the consumer does want to feel that they get lower prices, and we have very cheap processing, and then we add on the value add for the shop, so that the consumer can buy when he wants. You know, for the example of ordering in a restaurant, he can both get food faster, he can avoid the queues, and lower prices as well.
Is this driven by business or driven by consumers? Sorry. So I suppose for this to work, either all businesses have got to be using it, so consumers then use it, or all consumers have got to be using it, so businesses then use it. What's like your strategy?
We want to partner with service providers to get traction, because there's always that chicken and egg thing. So you've got to get over that. So I think, of course, lower prices is quite an easy way to start with, but then you've got to show the benefits of how the merchant can reduce costs and also get a better relationship with their consumer.
So do you see this being picked up by businesses first then, by merchants first, and then consumers then seeing the benefits of being the MUUME customer, because all their normal merchants they use are MUUME merchants?
Yeah, well, actually, you need both at the same time. You need to, just like any four-party system, just like Visa, you've got to motivate the merchant and you've got to motivate the consumer. And you've got to we want to motivate them with not only lower prices, but really with the value add of what they get out of it.
Cool.
Nick, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.